Hey y'all, so I'm back again to round out my Black Bravo Sunday night reviews. This is Married to Medicine. Now, Potomac delivered. Did Married to Medicine? Not so much for me. But let's get into the episode. So after a week hiatus, Married to Medicine reunion continues. This is part 2 of 3. Again, I cannot believe there are 3 parts for this season. I think it is so unnecessary. We left off on Contessa dropping a bombshell. Well, I mean Quad dropping the bombshell for Contessa because Quad is now speaking for her. I'm confused already because we see Scott backstage saying that, yeah, he knew she filed for separation, but she didn't go through with it. Contessa can barely get a word out, so Quad is continuing to speak on her behalf. Like, is Quad her attorney? Like, I see why Scott and Eugene are irritated right now. Like, this is mad inappropriate. So apparently Contessa did move forward with the separation and Scott didn't know about this. And now Scott is having a tantrum behind stage. He tries to leave the premises, but you have the other husbands as well as the producers trying to stop him from leaving. Back on stage, they're discussing when Contessa went to Nashville to get additional medical certification that they were separated then. Didn't know that. But again, Quad is speaking for her and saying all this, and it's getting pretty annoying. And now the husbands are crashing the stage. We see Scott awkwardly just appear behind Contessa, like stepping over the props just to talk to her. And now he's questioning her about like, how does Quad know this information before him? As Scott is on stage now, Andy's asking, when did they file for the separation? The first answer is 1 month ago. Then it was 6 months. Huh? I'm confused, y'all. Like, when was it? Have y'all been separated this entire time? Like, something ain't adding up. Am I crazy? Are they separated or not? So now the other women are just questioning Scott as Andy's just watching. Toya is asking him, have you been faithful? He says, yes, of course. Simone tells him that he needs to make a sacrifice if he wants to save his marriage. And he says he's willing to do that, and he asks her, what do you want? Contessa then asks Scott, what's the one thing that I want? What's the one thing I want? And Scott is saying, tell me. Contessa's like, you tell me. I'm like, clearly the man doesn't know. Can you please just tell him the one thing that you want? And the one thing that she wants is counseling and therapy. That's it? But I'm like, why do you guys need therapy and counseling? Like, what is the root of the issue? See, it's just so arbitrary for me. That's why I'm not buying it, y'all. And Cecil is right. Like, they're talking in riddles right now. Nothing is concrete. Because yes, they need therapy and counseling, but what do they need counseling on? Like, what is going on? Is it just arguments? Is he cheating on her? Is the love not there anymore? Like, is he hitting her? Like, what is it? So now Scott is being grilled by Heavenly about the rumors circulating about him. I will say that it does seem like Scott is lying, but the combination of Scott's lying and Contessa's speaking in riddles is just frustrating for me as a reviewer to even know what's going on right now. With Quad, with Simone, with Jackie, we all knew there was concrete things going on that was detrimental to their marriage. Like Jackie's husband cheated on her and got caught. Quad's husband, I think he cheated on her and a little bit of domestic violence. They weren't happy. And Simone with Cecil. Cecil had an inappropriate relationship with another woman that Simone wasn't cool with. Like, we knew what was going on. With this situation, I don't know what's going on. Scott getting inappropriate DMs on Instagram comes up, but Contessa says, that's not even the problem. Then girl, what is the problem? We're waiting. Andy does ask her what's the problem. Contessa then says the problem is we both have different philosophies on what marriage looks like. What does that mean? What does that mean? Y'all both have different philosophies of what marriage means. That is such a generalized statement. That's why my nerves are getting bad right now. It's early in the morning, my nerves are bad. And then Andy is like, okay, I got it. I don't got it. Do y'all got it? Does the audience got it? I don't understand. So now the cast is on break. A lot of people are backstage right now. Scott is saying that he misheard what Contessa was talking about, so he overreacted. Eugene is asking both of them the clarification on the separation. like, y'all filed, correct? And it was like, yes, but we're currently working through it now. Okay, but y'all currently working through it now. When did y'all file? Was it a month ago? Was it 6 months? So y'all still working on it 6 months later? That no one is asking them that question. But anyway, the ladies are now talking amongst themselves. It's Contessa, Jackie, and Simone. Contessa is now speaking on her marriage again as if she's Rapunzel trapped in a tower and there's nothing she can do about it. Jackie is trying to tell her that you need to manifest what you want to happen. And Contessa is irritated by this because she said, well, it's funny you tell me to manifest happiness, but when I'm on Instagram looking happy, you're saying, why are you looking so happy right now when you're going through a divorce? And Contessa has a point. And then Jackie says, well, you need to not complain about it if you're going to go right back to the situation. And that sets Contessa off. Contessa's getting mad defensive right now. She's thinking the blame for her marriage is being put on her. Like she's saying, I will not complain anymore to y'all. Stop putting it on me. Stop putting it on me. Like, I'm like, wow. She's getting riled up. She's getting angry. I don't know what Jackie triggered, but she is upset. I've tried to do everything right. I tried. I got 3 kids. The stakes are so high. She's visibly shaken, visibly upset. She had to be calmed down. Everyone's just looking at her in pity. Like after this, Bravo needs to send the Emmys for your consideration for this performance. After this breakdown, Contessa is then escorted by Toya, of all people, to her room. Toya is giving her some advice on her experience and her tough times in marriage. And this calms Contessa down and they hug it out. It's so weird to see because they were going at it this season and now they're just in a good place. So the whole cast is back on stage now. Thank God that we're on to another topic. And that topic is Jackie and Simone's friendship throughout the season. After the clip ends of Simone and Jackie's friendship throughout the season, Jackie is visibly shaken and upset. They're both saying after the show wrapped that they're in a good place. Heavenly is calling bullshit on that and saying that their friendship is nowhere near where it used to be now. And after that, Andy asked Quad about her comments she said on Watch What Happens Live about how they faked making up for TV. And Quad doubles down on it. She says she stands by what she said and there's an underlying issue that Jackie and Simone won't bring up. What is it? Lesbonics. Is it that? But Simone kind of agrees with Heavenly and Quad in saying that it's not all the way back, of course. I mean, they're still working on it. And now Jackie again is bringing up the Buffy situation, what happened, and trying to clarify like why she was so hurt by that. And I'm just thinking, damn, like Buffy was there for 1 season. Was she even a cast member, y'all? I think she was a friend of the show. And she was like this atomic bomb to Jackie and Simone's friendship. At first, it looked like they were about to go back to square one, arguing back and forth and shit, but Simone this time is actually receiving what Jackie is saying about it. Now Andy is asking Simone about her relationship with Heavenly, and Heavenly just speaks for her and says there is no relationship between them. She has not reached out to her. She invited Simone to her 50th birthday and didn't show up. Simone is like, I was on call, Heavenly. Do I need to show you my on-call sheet? I am confused by this relationship they have now because on the show, they were really buddy-buddy. But apparently to Simone, she's been watching the show and she says she can't be friends with someone that constantly talks negatively behind her back. And we know that Heavenly is mean in her confessionals. Very mean. So I don't blame anyone for not wanting to be friends with someone like Heavenly. Simone then brings up specifically what Heavenly's been saying about her, particularly about her teeth and her overbite. Simone is like, I'm happy with my teeth and I'm not sure why she keeps attacking me. Someone like Heavenly coming for somebody's looks is crazy to me. This woman looks like a bullfrog in a lace front and has the nerve to talk about anyone's looks or teeth. Quad is now asking more questions, and honestly, Andy just needs to give her the note cards. Give her your note cards, switch seats with her, and you just take a break. Like, Quad wants to interview right now. And y'all notice she does that on whatever show she's on. Like, this is not Sister Circle. It was canceled. Bravo, please hire Quad. Please, because she is a good interviewer. But yeah, she's asking Simone the questions now. Andy does say he don't mind it, though. Simone admits that her relationship with Jackie is affected by Jackie's relationship with Heavenly. I can't understand what Simone is saying a little bit, because how can you be friends with somebody that talks so much shit about me? To you especially. Heavenly says she's been open to try and fix her relationship with Simone. Quad is trying to assist with that right now. And this scene ends with Simone saying she'll try to make the effort to reach out to Heavenly. So after this, the ladies can now take a break. They all go backstage, and now the husbands are invited now to be interviewed by Andy. Normally, I would just fast forward through this, but we have 7 minutes to go, so whatever. I'm really wondering what they're going to talk about, because the only thing that happened to somebody was Scott, and maybe Damien, and he's not there. So we on the topic of Scott entertaining women on Instagram. He's saying all he did was comment on it, and the other men was like, you're not even supposed to comment. You either block them or tell them to stop sending you inappropriate pictures. Now, who are these women that are in all these men's DM? What desperate woman is coming after these men? I'm just thinking about what Simone said a couple seasons ago. Bitches are coming for you. I want to know who these bitches are. I think some of these men are just happy they're not in the hot seat this season, and it's Scott. It's always one husband that's in the hot seat. So now we get to the whole life coach thing, and Scott says that he admitted that he lied about it to be petty, and he's now saying that Contessa knew that he was lying too. To where Andy looks to Curtis for a response to that, and then that's where it ends, and it's to be continued for part 3. I'm tired, y'all. I don't care. I really don't. I don't want a part 3. I'm looking at the previews and I'm not interested at all at what's going to happen next week. Can this just be over? I want it to be over. I'm doing this for y'all. This season has been a C+, and this reunion, I give a D so far. There needs to be something major happening next week for me to save this entire reunion. I want to see Contessa sign divorce papers on camera. That's what I want to see. Something to make this 3-part reunion feel like it's worth watching. Anywho, y'all, let me know what y'all think about part 2. Do y'all have the same sentiments as me with this divorce plot line that Contessa is spinning? I'm not buying it. Are y'all? But yes, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next video. Bye.